Hi everyone, welcome back to our final podcast club meeting of the year. Today we'll be talking about, we're basically wrapping up what we've done for the past year and picking out our favorite topics that we've talked about and our least favorite topics we talked about. So to begin, I'm going to say my favorite topic was probably the dumb things we believed as kids because it was probably like one of the most creative things we've done, because when we were younger, we obviously had a lot more creativity and could lead to some really funny stuff. I would say my least favorite topic was probably best song because that could go so many different ways, and I believe that there isn't a best song because of how many genres there are of type of music. So yeah, so my favorite was Dumb Things We Believe with Kids, and my least favorite was best song.
So for me, for my favorites, basically the entirety of the Pets episode, and probably the most cliche one was Best Drink because of Jack. I think my least favorite one was Best Way to Keep Track of Things, though, because that for those of you that don't know, that was for a submission for this whole event about podcasts or whatever, but it needed to be 5 minutes exactly, and that was really hard to edit. I mean, it was still good. It was still a good video. It was just hard to edit. I think that's all I got, though.
I think, honestly, all of these videos that we have created are amazing. All the topics that we've gone over and all that stuff are amazing because we managed to do all this during the quarantine and come together and make something nice and fun for people to watch. It all just came together and made something nice that doesn't really harm anybody, and just makes people have something fun to watch just whenever they're bored.
I guess I will go after that. My favorite topic, like Cameron's in the entire pet episode, was awesome. But I think my favorite topic would be if somebody gave you a giraffe but you couldn't get rid of it.
No, it was elephant.
What?
Get rid of the elephant, not giraffe.
Oh, what?
Yeah, if you're gonna do.
I knew it was an elephant. I don't know why I said giraffe.
Well, yeah.
And my least favorite one, I don't think I have much of a least favorite. All of our topics were pretty good, and none of them I severely disliked.
My favorite topic probably consists of any involving food because they sparked the most, not emotional, but the most, heartfelt answers and responses and debates, even if they amounted to absolutely nothing. I don't have a least favorite. My most favorite of the favorites was probably just anything involving food, fast food, what counts as food, what no longer counts as fast food, favorite candy, because I think I don't know, they just all flowed a lot better.
I would say that my favorite topic that we've talked about was the best kids show villain because we talked about Dr. Doofenshmirtz and it was something we could all bond over. I wouldn't really say that I had a least favorite one because they all were really fun to talk about and especially fun to talk about with friends.
I would just like to say before I say anything, yes, I know I haven't talked much. And I also don't have my camera on either. But out of all these topics that we have talked about these past few weeks, my favorite one I would say would be things we used to believe in as kids, because I don't know, there were interesting stories. And I've really enjoyed being in this club this past year.
We did it. I mean, there will be another season next year, rest assured, dear viewers.
Hopefully.
You're about
No,
to jinx
another
us, Taylor.
season. I don't care.
You're about
if
to jinx us, Taylor. It's all downhill.
Well,
No,
no, I already know a couple people that are interested. So
No, I will do
I'm
this
going down
entire
the list.
podcast club on my own. I'll just wear different hats for each character if I have to.
It's just all you. It's
Yeah,
just
it's all-
it's starring me.
So,
Me?
Josie, do you want to just give like a little conclusion to wrap up the video, or
But- Well, wait a second. There's one thing I do want to say. This was definitely very interesting to do because obviously this was all during a flipping pandemic.
Yes.
So, like, we couldn't be in a room discussing this stuff, and we had to figure out how we wanted to do this when it's in the middle of this entire pandemic. Yet somehow we all made it happen and got through, which really shows that if you try, you can get it done, and you'll be able to do anything if you really try. I just really wanted to say that before.
All right.
Yeah, so I'm really glad that I was part of this club, and I'm so it's so crazy to see how far we've come since the beginning of the year. Because in the beginning of the year we had a lot of like editing issues and all stuff, but we worked all that stuff out and learned to be really consistent and know how to upload and everything. So yeah, I think that was pretty cool watching that happen. And we've all definitely become better at this over the past few months, which is good. So yeah, I think we did pretty well this year.